Shalom, I'm Rabbi Wolk, the Community Chaplain with Jewish Family Service. I appreciate your spending a few moments with me. Hope this finds everyone well and bearing as good as possible with the heat, and that everyone's health is good. We're in now, middle of the summer. In the weekly Torah cycle, we began the book of Deuteronomy, the last year that the Israelites were in the desert. Moses is speaking to a new generation, a generation that did not leave Egypt, born in the desert. These are the people that are going to go into the land of Israel. And Moses shares with them some of the vicissitudes that the people have experienced during the past 40 years. He reminds them specifically not to repeat the sin of the spies. Remember, Moses sends in 12 scouts to the land of Israel. 10 come back with a negative report. The other 2 spies, Joshua and Caleb, give a minority report. And Moses says, we're going into the land of Israel regardless. We're going with the minority report. And the people didn't want to enter the land of Israel. And in fact, that's what they received. They didn't enter the land of Israel. Question is, what was underlying in the minds of the 10 spies? Why did they not want to go into Israel? And perhaps one explanation is the following, that in the desert, everything was provided for them. God gave them the manna from heaven. God gave them the well. It was called the well of Miriam that accompanied them through the desert. They were protected from the elements of the desert. Perfect weather conditions, no sandstorms, their clothing didn't fray. So the spies said, if we go into the land of Israel, life is going to be difficult. We're going to have to work for a living, we'll have to build cities. Let's stay here in the desert, and God will provide everything to us. And God said, that's not how it works. I didn't take you out of Egypt to remain in the desert, but rather, God says we are supposed to be His partners. And that's certainly the biblical, the Jewish approach, that we are partners with God really in everything we do. If a farmer stays home the whole day and prays that his crop should grow, nothing's going to happen. He has to do his work, seed and water and pull out the weeds, and then he has to pray that there's rain, not too much rain, not too much wind. A businessman, if he stays home the whole day and prays he should make money, it's not going to happen. He has to do his dealings and then pray that he's successful. Just last week was the drawing for the Mega Million lottery, Mega Billion it became. And there's a story told about a man who prays every day that he should win the lottery. Day after day, he prays with great fervor, week after week, for months. Finally, after 10 months, he looks up to heaven exasperated and says, God, why can't you grant me my one wish, that I win the lottery? And suddenly there's a voice from heaven, idiot, buy a ticket. It's a joke, but not a joke. We have to buy the ticket. We have to do our part and then pray to God that everything we do is successful. It's a partnership that we have with the Almighty, and a Jewish Family Service. We also, of course, create partnerships with people in the community. Every client who walks through our door, every client that we see on Zoom during these past 2 years, we create a partnership with them. We make a connection in our desire to help them, whether it's in terms of clinical work, the food pantry, the resale shop, the older adult department. We're partners with everyone in the community, and by our great efforts and your efforts as being supporters of Jewish Family Service, we all form this partnership with the Almighty. Thank you for your attention, and everyone have a wonderful day.